What's up everybody, thanks for watching. In this video I'm going to try to piece together a hunt that took place a couple of weeks ago. It was a really good hunt. I'd scouted the week or a couple weeks before I went on this hunt, and I seen multiple deer, found a couple white oaks dropping, a bunch of rubs and scrapes, so I knew that that area would be a good area. And we got in there, usually I think I was about 15 minutes after legal shooting light, 20 minutes maybe getting set up, and at about 8:15 I had a hot doe come to my left. Behind her there was a spike chasing her, and they kind of went off around me. I don't know, I tried to get some footage on my phone. I don't think it worked. I had the GoPro rolling, so I'll try to insert some of that footage. And then about 30 minutes later I had a really nice buck come in, and I grunted at him and he turned and started coming right in. And so I'm going to roll that footage, and then afterwards kind of go over some things and explain some stuff. As you've seen in the footage, that buck, I don't know if you could see him at the beginning, but he was about 100 yards just kind of hung up. He was just kind of sniffing around. He was probably 70 yards downwind of where those deer had went to my left. So the wind was blowing across me. So like, you're where the tree is and the deer is right back there. So the deer come to my left, that buck, that, doe and spike, they circle around me. 30 minutes later, that big buck, he comes 70 yards downwind. He's working that ridge. Didn't seem super interested or in a real big hurry, so I grabbed my grunt call, snort wheezed. I think I got that on the video. I grunted, snort wheezed, and then he started working in, and he worked in down to about 35 yards. At that point I could feel the wind blowing across. He's working the downwind side, and he ended up getting about 35 yards. Threw his nose up, sniffed a couple times, kind of freaked out a little bit. You could tell he knew something wasn't right. He stopped, stood there for maybe 2 or 3 more seconds, threw it up again, smelled, and then he just bounced about 10 yards and stopped, kind of looked around, and then he bounced a little bit, stopped, and then just walked away. So obviously that deer was downwind. That's kind of changed the way I'm going to start hunting. In the past I've been very scent free oriented, as far as washing my clothes, showering, spraying down. I do have some scent lock, so I'm going to try to implement that into my hunting strategy, and I'm also going to look into possibly some ozone or ozonics, and possibly trying to eliminate that, because with traditional hunting, trying to get that deer to that 10, 15, 20 yard range is a lot harder. He was at 35 yards. Even if I had my compound bow, he just wasn't at an angle and there was brush in the way. Still, I couldn't have shot him, but what if he would have had an extra 10 seconds, walked in that additional 15 yards, gave me a 20-yard broadside shot right on the ridge, I'd be smiling behind a big buck. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this helped somebody, and hopefully you don't run into the same issue that I did.